It's 2025, and I wanted to hop on and just update you in terms of what's going on with this channel, where I've been, what our plans are going forward, and kind of reviewing some of the stuff that we had pending from before. So first we can review what we did last year. We kind of had this goal of the channel to make videos each week or every couple of weeks where I would have a chore or a task, something that I wanted to accomplish, show it to you guys. You guys could pick what we would do, and I would have about a week or so to take care of that. In retrospect, a week on some of these things was probably a very lofty goal. I think that's probably a key ADHD indicator of underestimating how long things are going to take you, and it's going to take you way longer. One of the big ones was the car, my Land Rover. We did all the oil changes, got it all ready to go, but we could not get it smog checked. Spoiler alert, it's done, everything is taken care of, it's finally registered. So that is really good news. I figured out that a little computer that I have in the car that monitors my temperatures, because Land Rovers overheat, it plugs into the car. It can also reset your error codes. And I was getting an error code from a brake thing called the Three Amigos. You can look it up, it's a known Land Rover thing. But basically, when it was resetting that, it was also resetting my ECU so that it didn't have enough time for it to be able to be smogged. You have to have a certain amount of time where you drive the car for it to be smogged. It wasn't working. I figured that out. So I unplugged that sensor, ran the car, didn't trip any sensors, was able to take it into my smog guy, and we got it taken care of. So that was really big. Once I got it smogged though, still had more issues. We'll roll the clip of what happened. All right, we passed, and now, luckily, one of you reminded me that you can go to the DMV. I mean, you can skip the DMV and just go to AAA to get your stuff done, so we're doing it. So the saga continues. I still am not registered because apparently in AAA's system, which is part of the DMV system, it says I'm owed $285 refund because somehow when the DMV registered my car this last time I went in, they like keyed in that amount, which was like, I guess how much they thought I was gonna owe for registration for this year, but they couldn't like make it my registration because I still had to have it pass smog from the fees and everything that I paid from last year. So long story short, AAA says we can't give you this $285 refund, which it says you're due, unless you forfeit it. And then in the system, it may still charge you again for $285 for this year, but they didn't know how to do it. They're basically like, this is weird. We've never seen this before. You have to go to the actual AAA office, or sorry, DMV, in order to get your car registered. Oh my God. So what I thought was gonna be easy is like, damn, I'm done. I can go to AAA and get my registration, get my stickers finally. Nope, I still have to go back to the DMV with my paperwork. And then hopefully they can do it the right way, I guess. And like, instead of being keyed in, it's like officially put in, I don't know. But anyway, so now I've got to go to DMV, or I'm going to try and make an appointment. And yeah, stay tuned. Holy smokes. It is a Christmas miracle. I got my tag. I don't know why, but I lucked out when I walked into the DMV. There's a long line of people, you know how it is. And there's a woman walking up and down the aisle with like these like cheater passes. And she came up to me, she's like, what do you need to do? I was like, smog proof. She's like, here, take this. Go sit down, wait for your number. I had to wait like 2 minutes and I got in. I don't know. We'll have to talk about luck in a video, but we're going to update the 2019 to 2025. Yeah, so we got it taken care of. Car's registered, good to go. We don't have to worry about that whole process. Luckily, state of California, I think you can go every 2 years before you get smogged. I don't know if it's every year anymore. I don't know. Anyway, it's smogged, it's good. We're good for the next year or so. The other thing we had to take care of was my 401k, transferring that over. I was able to get that taken care of, so that is great. Don't have to worry about that. So that's where we left off last year, was getting those kind of tasks taken care of, trying to get them gamified so that we'd follow through on it. And there's been a couple of things that have interrupted me uploading continuously on my channel. One is the job that I currently had before. I started this whole thing out talking about how I was losing my job. That was what, 4 or 5 months ago? I finally finished that job last week. Friday of last week, finally got it taken care of. I am no longer working there full time. I am on like a kind of part-time call me when they need help basis, and that's probably gonna die off too. It's just something I've helped to transition over, but that was a huge time suck. I wasn't able to really dedicate enough time to the videos because I was still doing a full-time job. That's now gone, so I can now focus on this. Another thing that I noticed was I have a ton of footage of things that I filmed over the last 3 months that I've never uploaded to YouTube. In retrospect, I realized that I wanted to create content that was really polished, that had like cool music and editing and wasn't too long, was kind of short and quick and got my point across and then moved on. And the problem is that that process takes a lot of time. When you're editing a video and you're trying to make it concise like that, I'm not a professional editor, but I've gotten better. But it takes a long time to go through all of the footage that you have and splice it down and edit it and make sure the sound is good and finding music that works for it. And a lot of that was hindering me from being able to publish content quickly. I was watching a video the other day, surprisingly, and they were talking about how there's been this shift in terms of people's desire for YouTube videos, shifting away from this kind of like quick, fast edits to more long form vlog, like they call the dad vlog, which is funny because I am a dad, but moving to this more like long form content where people just film their day of what they're doing or a project that they're working on, and it's less like fancy editing and quick slick stuff and more just real and what's going on. And I was thinking that might be a winning solution for me in terms of getting content out to you more quickly. Not having the pressure of having to come up with these edits and music and all this kind of stuff, but just releasing the content as it is will make it a lot faster for me to get the stuff that I'm filming out to my channel and for you guys to see. So we're gonna try it. I've got a bunch of different things that I wanna do. The big one though is the backyard project. So I think I talked about this at one point, but we purchased this home a couple of years ago, and the backyard is basically comprised of brick, of like DG or like a broken up granite, and also fake grass. And then there's a kid's playhouse in the backyard that is unfortunately falling apart. The roof line is all, didn't get flashing on it, so the water just dripped and it's got termites and it's just a big mess. So we want to demo that. We want to rip up the brick and we want to redesign the backyard with grass and all that kind of stuff for the dogs and for the kids to be able to play and make it more of a usable space that's more for us. So I think I'm going to film that whole process. I'm going to film the entire thing of me ripping down the house, of ripping up the yard, of doing all the landscaping, planning it, and I'm going to take you along for that entire process. And we're going to do more of a less edited, realistic portrayal of what's going on. So they're gonna be longer videos, they're gonna be less edited, but they're gonna be real, and it's gonna be me, and it's gonna be what's going on. And hopefully that's content that you're interested in. So that's gonna be one thing. Another thing that I wanted to talk about, which is something that I talked or hinted about earlier in one of the videos, and that is kind of like my health, weight loss, and kind of my journey down that path. I have always been overweight. I've done diets, I've done all sorts of different things, and my weight has gone up and down. Like, I've lost a ton of weight and then gained it back, and at the start of these videos, I would say I was at my heaviest. I am 43 years old, and that whole process is not gonna get any easier. Just to give you a spoiler alert, I was able to successfully get my insurance to cover a GLP-1 medication, which is called Mounjaro. And I've been taking it now for about 3 months, and I've already lost 40 pounds. So I thought maybe a video would be talking about how that came about, how I talked about it with the doctor, and the process for insurance, and the different options that I had, and some of the different options that you might have if this is something that you struggle with. But kind of bigger is my experience taking this, and you know, what are some of the pros, the cons, the things that I've experienced, because it is a wild medication. I have never had kind of this interaction with medications that I've had in my life. So I thought I would share that with you and kind of go over this and, you know, talk about my experience and where I'm going forward. So those are kind of the videos that I'm thinking about for this year. Health journey, still doing ADHD stuff, trying to figure out how to make things work for my type of brain. You know, the backyard project and these more long form vlogs about what's going on. I'm gonna still do gear review stuff. The camping gear review video that I did, people really liked. That's kind of where we are. I just wanted to give you that update. I'm still around, and the old job is now done, and this is now my focus. I'm still kind of looking for job stuff, you know, for the future, just because ultimately that will probably pay me more than what this is gonna do. But I'm gonna focus a lot on YouTube and just put a bunch of effort into making these videos and getting the content out to you quickly. So thank you for being part of my channel last year. I'm excited about the new stuff that we have coming this year. I am gonna probably be uploading these videos every couple of days. I know that's a lot to say, but I'm gonna be filming every single day that I'm working in the backyard on doing this stuff. And I'm gonna be making these videos like on the health and fitness stuff. And so the content is gonna be vast. And so in order to get that to you, I think I'm gonna set the goal of uploading twice a week. Maybe we'll do like a set day, like Tuesdays and Thursdays. Every Tuesday and every Thursday, I release a video. Or maybe something else like that. I still haven't figured it all out, but turn on your notifications because there's gonna be a lot more content that's being pushed to you. And I don't know how long it takes YouTube to fix the algorithm of like, hey, this is an active channel that's pushing content out, to like start getting it to you. I know that there's a notification setting within YouTube if you are a subscriber that it'll tell you when I push a new video out, so you can kind of stay on the journey as we're building this backyard and doing all that kind of stuff. So thank you so much for being here. Thanks for being part of my channel. I appreciate all the support and everything from you guys watching my videos. I'm gonna be making a lot more videos and putting a lot more content out there. I'm excited about that. And yeah, 2025 is gonna be a good year. We started out kind of rocky, but I have good hopes for the future. So thank you, and I will see you soon. Start of the new routine. Marge and Dad evening walks. And sometimes we'll bring the munchkin, the gremlin.